How hard can it be to make a hamburger bun? How about over 2 million of them a day, then deliver them? Well, it takes the combined effort of the latest baking technology and quality employees dedicated to producing quality products and quality service.
Good morning, this is Lucy. May I help you?
The business of the Mid-South Baking Company is producing and delivering hamburger buns exclusively for the #1 hamburger maker on the planet, McDonald's.
We started over 20 years ago with 50 restaurants in Oklahoma City. And we've grown with them from one small bakery in Wichita Falls to 3 large bakeries. From our 3 baking plants, we service 2,700 McDonald's across the Southeast, stretching from the Arizona-New Mexico border all the way through the Carolinas into the ocean. We have 400 employees, and I think if you talk to 400 employees, 397 of them will tell you it's the greatest thing ever happened to them. It's a company where we care about the individual. The individual plays a part. They understand that they're part of a quality effort. We've worked very hard to put together a total quality-oriented company.
We do business the old-fashioned way. Mid-South Baking Company has only a handshake agreement with McDonald's. There is no contract.
In order to produce and deliver the incredible numbers of buns that McDonald's needs, Mid-South Baking Company utilizes the latest in baking technologies. Everywhere you look, you'll see technology at work. Computers, robotics, and automation have replaced the manual efforts of the past. With scanners and other evaluation operations, employees closely monitor and participate in the quality process. Feedback is available at every step in the process, where this information is tracked and compared to quality standards established by McDonald's.
Mid-South Baking Company currently produces regular hamburger, quarter pounder, Big Mac, 3-split chicken, homestyle, and McRib buns, as well as English muffins.
The process starts with the same raw materials your grandmother used to make bread. The big difference is in the quantities. For example, over 260,000 pounds of flour are used every day. The flour arrives in semi-trailers and is transferred to the silos. It then travels from the silos to the sifting room, where it is sifted and goes through the first of many safety and quality checks before it is distributed to the automated batching system and ultimately the mixer. This is where all nutrient and additives to the dough are blended. Then they are pumped from these holding tanks to the batch tanks, where it is precisely measured and weighed according to McDonald's formula. From the batch tanks, materials are pumped to either the sponge mixer or the final dough mixer. The sponge is the fermentation piece of the final dough, and it is mixed in this 1,600-pound capacity mixer. Flour is brought into the hopper above the mixer. The other ingredients are drawn from the nutrient tank into here as well. This is the sponge room. The sponge is held here for development for 4 to 5 hours. The combination of the temperature, the yeast, the water, and sugar causes the sponge dough to expand through the fermentation process. So we have to periodically knock the gas out of it to keep it from getting too large. The troughs are automatically cycled until they enter the final dough mixer. This is the final dough mixer, which combines about 2,000 pounds of sponge dough and your ingredients: flour, water, oils, and sugars.
There are 3 metal detectors in the process, and they're checked every 30 minutes by supervisors on the floor for their accuracy.
The dough is pumped through a pump from the dough trough through a metal detector that is so sensitive the static electricity from a hand rubbing it causes it to be expelled. The dough travels up to a hopper, then to a divider where the dough piece is extruded, then to a rounder bar that rounds the dough into a ball. Then the ball is deposited down to a zigzag board where it is floured. Then the ball is deposited into the cup. The weight for each dough piece is taken and sent to a central computer where it is tracked and compared to McDonald's specifications. All weights off this divider are kept in grams. Above this area is an overhead proofer. This allows the dough to relax a little bit before it's sheeted. Sheeted means it's rolled and flattened and put on the molder belt. The excess flour is removed with a vacuum, and then the dough piece is deposited automatically into the pan. The pan goes under an air blast which fluffs the dough piece and takes out the remaining excess flour underneath the dough piece. Then it goes to the pan shaker. The pan shaker centers the dough piece into the cup on the pan. From this point, the pan goes into the proof box. In the proof box, you have controlled heat and humidity. The proofing system allows the dough to develop and rise prior to baking. The pan will make a cycle within the proof box in approximately 55 minutes.
There are about 2,200 pans in the system at one time. When changing varieties, 2,200 pans come off and 2,200 pans get back on.
Any dough or any buns that get seeds will go through a mister. That's a misting tunnel, where there's a fine mist of water that's been applied to the bun. This allows the seed to adhere to it.
The McDonald bakers are one of the largest users of sesame seeds in the world.
After the seeding process, buns move on to the oven. The bake process will range from 6.5 to 8 minutes, depending on the product. Buns are baked to very specific color targets established by McDonald's. The next step is the depanner. This is where the buns and pans go their separate ways to cool down. The bun cooling area is a conveying system that allows the bun to cool to 96 to 100 degree temperature prior to slicing.
Every bakery of the Mid-South Baking Company maintains a superior sanitation rating from the American Institute of Baking Sanitation Service. It's the highest rating the sanitation service gives to food establishments.
This is the QualiVision Dipex unit, which automatically measures quality control areas of height, diameter, seed coverage, and color. All of those specifications are established by McDonald's. On this particular line, the QualiVision will look at and analyze approximately 1.5 million buns per week. The system also has an automatic alarm system. Within a 30-second period, if there's a majority of the product that is out of the specification on either color, number of seeds, height, or diameter, an alarm will automatically go off and key the operator to remove the product from the line. It's not meeting specification. Every person in the bakery is involved in the quality process. In this area, called the accumulator, supervision is especially critical since this is the last step before wrapping. Buns are separated into groups of 30 buns called a pillow. They go through a slicer, then they're regrouped, put in a pillow pack, then wrapped 30 buns at a time. Also at the wrapper, the product is coded and dated for freshness. Included on the coding is who the operators were at the time when it was wrapped, the time of day it was wrapped, and the supervisor who was on duty at the time. After exiting the wrapper where it is sealed, it goes to the last metal detector check. If there's any metal detected, it will be automatically removed for disposal. Here, trays are automatically fed to the wrapper. Every tray is washed, sanitized, and dried before it goes back out every time. After the bun is sealed into the pillow pack, it is fed into a tray or a basket.
From start to finish, the buns will travel well over 1/4 mile on Mid-South's conveyor system.
This is the stacking operation. It's done automatically, depending on what count you set on the stacker. And from this point, they're put in the staging area to be loaded on the trucks.
Mid-South shipped 896 million buns last year. That's a lot of hamburger buns.
After the buns arrive in the staging area, loaders receive computer-generated load instructions on how each truck is to be loaded. In addition to the quantities and types of buns ordered, the loader will place the trays according to their routes for easy access for the driver. Mid-South buys its own fuel, and most of the trucks are set up with 3 to 4 tanks to ensure that they will make a full trip. 1,700 miles is currently about the longest route.
This bakery can make the finest product anyone has ever made. If we don't provide the service, which is our transportation delivery service, if we don't provide that service to our customers, we cannot achieve customer satisfaction. Half of everything we do is in the delivery side of our business. We deliver 3 times a week, 2,700 restaurants. That's thousands and thousands of deliveries. On a normal month, on delivery accuracy, our drivers, and I'm very proud of our drivers, will deliver 99.997% accurate deliveries. And when you look at the number of trays, which number in the millions, and the number of deliveries, it's truly an outstanding feat, regardless of the weather, regardless of the time of year. We have a commitment to be at a restaurant at a certain time, whether that restaurant be in Mountain Home, Arkansas, or Charleston, South Carolina, or Pensacola, Florida, or Eagle Pass, Texas. Our commitment is to be there. Our customer expects us to be there. The transportation department has to do an outstanding job, very much equal to the manufacturing of the product.
Mid-South bakery trucks travel roughly 148,000 miles per week, or about 7,696,000 miles per year.
Mid-South Baking Company is committed to its employees and to creating a safe working environment.
Our company philosophy is progress through quality, progress through people. I can put all types of machinery in this bakery. Other bakeries do that. What separates us from another bakery is the people that are in that bakery. We have a great relationship with our employees. They participate with us. We encourage them to get all the education they can. It's made us stronger, better organization. The employees can see that opportunity. It's there for them.
So, how hard is it to make a hamburger bun? At Mid-South Baking Company, they make it look easy, every day producing and delivering the finest buns and muffins in the world to their one and only customer, McDonald's.